going to start with CIA infiltration tactics first. So let's read the one that applies to Ryan in the tweet that we're going to be examining that I showed you. So let's read it here. So here is Nick's tweet. And let's read what he says. This is why I keep telling people it's important to learn the CIA infiltration techniques they use. It's one of the most important things you can know as a lefty in the US. Talk as frequently as possible and at great lengths. Doesn't that apply to Ryan? Doesn't he take long? Isn't that one of the things that people say about him? Oh, he's long and boring. CIA tactic. Bring up irrelevant issues as frequently as possible. And he does that in the tweet we're going to respond to today. Haggle over precise wording. Like literally all of these could be put on to Ryan, some more than others. Refer back to matters decided upon. Literally. Be worried about the propriety of any decision. Talk as frequently as possible and at great lengths. Bring up irrelevant issues as frequently as possible. Haggle over precise wording. That's what we're going to be kind of... those are the kind of tactics that's used in this, what we're going to be discussing today. Those are the tactics by the CIA infiltration, and that was released because of FOIA. FOIA requests that these were even released. So I'm not saying he's a CIA agent. I'm not saying he's a CIA asset. But whether you are for the CIA, but if you're using their tactics, this is why I say you're using CIA tactics. Okay. So I'm not saying he's not any of those asset or agent either. I'm just saying, I'm not saying he is. I'm just simply saying the tactics that being used are. And let's read. So this is what I posted. Just a simple, I did a stream on this already, and then the clip has already been uploaded. Just talking about how Crystal Ball is getting destroyed in the comments of Breaking Points by Breaking Point's own audience. And I did tag Ryan a thread, and this is what I wrote: receipts of Crystal Ball being called out by Breaking Point's audience is brutal. I tag Beyonce and Jay-Z and aka Crystal and Kyle. And then people aren't buying what Ryan and Crystal are selling. It's glorious to watch, and it is. I only put up 9 of the comments. I only put up 9 of the comments. I could have literally have put up 40 easily, and that's not even half, scratching the surface. So I could have put up more, but I put up 9 because it was a lot. But everyone was getting commented on. But so let's just read some of the comments that pissed Ryan off. Here's one. Crystal should really try to get back on MSNBC where she could pretend to be anti-establishment. This show is really not worth watching anymore. And on their own, this is their comments. I screenshotted it. I screenshot it and posted it. 186 likes. So I guess these are the things. These are the things that's, getting to Ryan. 1,100 likes that got. Second one, and I tagged them in all of them. So part 2, sort of like with the Twitter files, 1, 2, 3. Part 2, Receipts of Crystal Ball being called out, same thing. Tag them. People aren't buying it, and tag Ryan Grimm. Here's the second one. Breaking points is slipping. If the squad had done this and they didn't, I think it should be, they would be celebrated Americans. Screw who brought the fight. It was brought in concessions most Americans agree with, like term limits, debt ceiling, the border, and taking away the speaker's power that old Nance protected herself with were given. How is that bad? Quickly losing confidence in this channel and sadly Crystal Ball. Now, the first one got 1,100, but this, I mean, just a comment, 200, that's not bad. 3, and it's the same caption, so I don't need to keep reading it. Crystal Ball is such a uniparty shield. She defends the squad's lack of action. And I'll continue because I cut that one off. 4, thought I was watching an MSNBC segment. 5, and here I was gonna comment about how Crystal was being a blatant partisan, but there's already 1,000 people beat me to it. And that's what I'm talking. It was like hundreds. This one here, Crystal, quote, it's only a real rebellion when the people I like do it, end quote. 7, Crystal trying every way to cover for the squad is so sad. 8, Jimmy Soar, I think they mean Dora, is 1,000% correct about Crystal. It's not that she's clueless. She is just corrupt. 9, last one, translation. The squad blew their chance to do this, so I got to dump on these Republicans, even though they got concessions. That got almost 200 likes. And now let's go to Ryan tweet here. Here goes his. Okay, so now remember what the tweet was. Remember what it was. I tweeted about how nobody's buying the narrative that they're pushing. Think of the CIA tactics. Now, the response would be like, you know, what narrative do you mean I'm pushing, CJ? You mean the narrative of progressive Democrats? And he could have went on something like that. This is what he says instead. Is this not bringing up something irrelevant? If your entire audience is just an amen choir, you're doing it wrong. Breaking Points is about airing out different perspectives. That really hurt to even say that. This sentence here, I'm just going to let you see. I'm not going to read it again. Some people can't handle that. There are shows for them that won't challenge them. They should watch those. That is just a joke. That is just he's clearly joking here. Not serious at all. Actually, let's see what people say. Fair enough diversion from Grimjob. Has anyone else noticed in some indie left comments section it was because somewhat of an echo chamber? We can do better, not needlessly attack, but we should have more good faith debates. There are always going to be trolls, but these are former followers that are telling you how far you have fallen. Self-reflection isn't one of Ryan's strengths. Let's go to one that I was retweeting. Now, here is Rome's reply, and then he replies to Rome. No, we have a diverse audience. The thing is, we aren't lying to the point we're getting called out and ratioed by them. Y'all should feel bad because y'all are bad people and can't be trusted. That's Rome directly. You can't get any more direct than that. You really can't get any more direct than that. Being called out as fake isn't just a difference of opinion. Let's see here. Crystal is supposed to be the left perspective. If she agrees with corporate Dems, what's different about her views? Great question. Can I crow juice, CJ? You're doing it. You're doing it. She's like the moderate liberal in that she waters some very important stuff down, and they're bad at international issues. Yeah, very bad. Breaking points is like a politician, no receipts for a crappy position or logic. Breaking point, challenging the establishment, question mark? Yeah, I didn't get that either. That's on a different topic. Yes, I am. I'm struggling to read some of this stuff that he's saying because it's clearly not airing out different perspectives. Yeah. What different perspectives are you talking about? And let me go to a point that I made because to this point, and I'm going to come back to Rome's tweet because I quote tweeted him here. Let's go to mine, and I think the point fits here. Here's mine here. Somehow, Ryan, you are a progressive journalist, but on breaking points, you are the conservative perspective. Just nonsense. Now think about that. How is that even possible? That they go to him as the progressive journalist, progressives go to him to give him stories, but on breaking points, he's the conservative on the conservative show. He's a conservative perspective. I don't understand that. Yeah, that's B and Jay-Z, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Yes. Yeah. I haven't heard a debate on that show for well over a year. Of course not. Of course not.